This noble idea and aim and goal, you know, they come to accept it and put it to use. Like we talked about app that we have. To what extent have they keyed in to using those apps?
Okay. Citizens are, like I said, at the core of our programming. We disaggregate these citizens. There are market persons, there are people in the informal sector, there are students in tertiary institutions, there are youths, there are the working class. All these are different segments of citizens. And to reach them, PEP conducts enlightenment campaigns. PEP goes on road walks. PEP go to where they are and conduct mini town hall meetings. PEP also go to communities and engage community members and leaders with the help and support of the traditional rulers. Like the mobile app that I talked about, Mepeya, it is our latest of these activities. And this mobile app will be presented to the citizens today, actually. And a forum of citizens will be there, and they will learn how to use the app.
Okay, all right. What is important is that the citizens are part of governance.
Exactly.
In Ebonyi State.
Exactly.
Now, are there target groups and local government areas where you focus on? What are these local government areas?
Okay. You know, Ebonyi is big, so to ensure that this program gets all the target groups, we segmented the state into two. And in this first year of this project, we are focusing on 7 local governments, which are Abakaliki local government, Afikpo South local government, Ebonyi local government, Eza South local government, Ikwo local government, Ohozara local government, and Ohunku local government. And the target populations that we are working directly with, hoping that through them we will reach the wider indirect populations, are persons with disabilities, the elderly, women, youth, and staff of local government areas, focusing on the key service delivery sectors of education, health, and WASH. And let me explain that. Without basic education, it will be difficult for any citizen to thrive in today's world, not just in our state, but the entire world. So we are focusing on ensuring that every child in Ebonyi State, especially in these 7 local governments, access free and basic education, making sure that infrastructure works, teachers are posted and they report and actually teach our children. In WASH, water and sanitation, water hygiene and sanitation, we are working to reverse that ugly trend that says that Ebonyi State is number 1 in open defecation. So we are conducting awareness campaigns in schools and engaging community members at the local level on the need for citizens to provide toilets. We are also working on supporting local governments to resurrect boreholes so that people can have clean and safe drinking water. On the issue of primary health care, we are working with the ward committees in each local government to support their primary health care center by supporting in the provision of services. Simple things like table, simple things like generator, simple things like simple drugs for malaria treatment, and making sure that letting them know that these primary health centers belong to us. And so the community will act as a watchdog to ensure that the OICs, that's officers in charges, and nurses come to work, stay at work, and carry out their services. Having emergency numbers to call on medical doctors if there are cases they cannot handle. We are making sure that community members see the need for them to contribute to ensure that ambulances are working, as little as providing resources to fuel ambulances in case of emergencies.
Yes, community to contribute to pay for such services like fueling the ambulances.
Once you gather the community members, and everybody knows that healthcare is number one. If you're not healthy, you cannot do any other thing. And therefore, all of us should contribute because it is for our own good. Yes, somebody will say, oh, government is supposed to provide it. But government have a lot of things to provide. So community members can help. Somebody can donate materials. Somebody can donate equipment. You can come and see that the freezer in your health center, which they used to store drugs, is malfunctioning. If you can buy one, or if you have one at home that you are not using, maybe you live in Abakaliki and you go home once a year, what is that freezer doing at home when it can serve and save lives? So it's about making governance inclusive and citizens seeing that we should also contribute to make lives better for all of us.
As we have been listening to the Executive Director, PEP, that is Project Enlightenment Project, Mrs. Lillian Ezenwa, extraying what PEP has been doing and the role of citizens in service delivery, ensuring service delivery. And we, at this moment, we will open our lines. What we are using one line today, 0814 711 4324. 0814-711-4324 areas where you operate for now.
We carry them along in all our program implementations. We have held a training, multi-stakeholders training on community key needs identification. In the course of that training, we selected the EZOGOs, the town union presidents, women leaders and youth leaders of 42 communities from these 7 local governments. And we train them on how they can identify their community needs. So in all our programming, because these are the people closest to the communities, we bring them and we train them so that they go back during their meetings, pass on the learning to the community members. And where they need us to come and observe their training or co-facilitate with them, they involve us and we do that.
What has been the result, the effect?
Oh, it has been amazing. Because for the first time in the history of our state, the 2023 budget has components of community needs, where these community leaders that we have trained have gathered their people and generated their needs. And these needs, PEP took these needs and sent them to the relevant ministries, departments, and agencies of government, and the local government councils too, for inclusion. So the 2023 budget will be a budget unusual, because for the first time, it will be a budget that contains the needs of citizens as identified and requested by the citizens themselves.
Now, do you really think that government would key into this and implement these identified needs of the community?
We have the support of government. Government have said they will. The ministries are ready. Most of these things have been imputed in the budget. We are waiting for the complete budget document to come out to now see how many of them.
All right, let's take this call.
Morning.
Good
morning to the director in charge.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Moshli Moses.
Okay, where do you call from, sir?
Yes, I call from Abakaliki here.
Okay.
Yes, I want to commend the leader who has been speaking, and we know that what she speaks is she's speaking the truth about what they are doing. But you know, the sensitization they have been carrying out is it's not enough. Like she said that they do have mini town union meeting or town hall meeting. They should have made it to be not to be mini, because it is the stakeholders that they come every time that is in charge of the whole thing, and those stakeholders do hijack everything, not regarding the masses, the villagers or the community, the members of the community. They have to sensitize to the communities so that the communities will be aware of what is happening. In the schools, even some schools don't have a PTA in their schools because those concerned there don't want the masses to know what is going on in the school. So they have to try harder. They are trying. Let them do it so that many people will be aware of it. Thank you.
Thank you, Moshiri. Thank you for your contribution. Right, the lines are still open. 0814-711-4324. 0814-711-4324. You can make your contributions to the program and ask questions. It is Transparency Radio program coming to you live here on Unity 101.5 Bakliki. The role of community members in ensuring service delivery is what we are discussing, and we have the executive director of PEP, that is Project Public Enlightenment Programs, Public Enlightenment Projects, PEP, Mrs. Lillian Ezenwa. She's here with us to discuss the role of citizens, community members in ensuring service delivery. In the past, madam, and they didn't see the effect. Such people are discouraged. What is your word to such people?
The word is never to tire, keep pushing on, and include more people. When you want to do it alone, people will be watching you to do it alone. But the way to go about it is to mobilize the community to take ownership. For example, Public Enlightenment Project has established and will continue to establish community-based monitors. These community-based monitors are citizens in the communities whose duty will be to look at every government project in their community and ensure that those projects are well implemented. For example, if a contractor is building a road, the community will not just say, oh, it's government road. The community-based monitors will get there and look at the contractor, discuss with him. Can we see your bill of quantity? Can we see the measurements you are using? Is it according to what you have been stipulated for government that is building that primary health care? You don't bother. You have the right. It's in your community and it is for your people. Days ago, we'll call the contractor. Community members can ask questions. How many blocks are you using? Or how many blocks are you using to producing from one bag of cement? If you don't ask them, they will do as they please and leave. And tomorrow, the building that they built for you will start having cracks. But when community members come close and ask questions, contractors will sit up. So that is one of the key roles of community members, monitoring projects. Because the project is for us with our money, and the government should get value for the money it has expended. But what happens is that most times community members look away while contractors are implementing projects.
Why is that so?
Because that is what we're trying to bridge, that gap, that communication gap between government and citizens. Citizens need to be aware that it is not government project per se, but it is government project for us. The money that is being paid out to contractors is our money. Therefore, we should get value for money. A property my husband provides for us in the house to spoil. If I notice something wrong, I will ask the children question, who removed this thing from here? Or who kept this thing? So community members have the role to monitor projects. Community members also have a role to contribute in implementation. So if a contractor, for example, using that same example, has been awarded a contract to build 3-bedroom primary healthcare center for us? Do we have members of our community who are masons? Can we contribute sand? Can we contribute labor? And when we are contributing this thing, it is important that our Ezogo, our President General, our youth leader, who have seen copies of this bill of quantity, will tell us that as you go there, Mr. Nweke, remember, you are supposed to use 1 bag of cement to produce 30 or 35 pieces of block. Therefore, if I, Mr. Nweke, is working on the site and now notices that the contractor is making 50 pieces of block from 1 bag of cement, I will raise alarm for that to stop.
Right, but I think we have a lot, to offer, a lot to discuss, but time is not on our side. And I hope that we'll have you next time to explore and give in-depth meaning to what this program is all about, and ensuring that people participate in government and make government very transparent. On the role of community members in ensuring service delivery, PEP is sponsoring Transparency Radio program, which we hold here, and it's been a wonderful program this morning. Thank you, madam, for being part of this program.
Thank you very much.
And I also thank you, esteemed listener and caller to the program. Thanks goes to the producer of this program, Philippa Simeon, and the entire crew, the on-air people there. We thank you for being part of this program.